movie premiere. My name is Sara, and I'm here with producer Mickey Shapiro. Congratulations on this amazing movie premiere.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel?
It feels great. I mean, it's been 6 years. We started the movie when my star was 14, and now she's 20. And we're finally releasing it. COVID held us up 2 years.
And this is your mother's story.
That's my
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
story. That she never acted. Steve never made a movie. I never made a movie.
And you guys just pulled the magic
And we
off.
made a movie. You never know.
It was meant to be. Obviously, your mother was telling you all the stories.
Her and some of her friends. She didn't talk a lot. Later, when she was just getting dementia, she talked a little, but not to me. She talked to Steve Orritt, Stephen Smith, and my other partner, Andy Introda. She told them.
Have you ever been to Poland?
I was in her house. I went to the house that she lived in during the farm. And I've been to Poland many times, 6 times, 7 times.
So you were part of the recreation.
Yeah, oh yes.
Are you planning another project? Because this one is very successful.
Well, this is not for money. This is not for, this is to show people. We're talking about something. We'll see. I want to get this one done. We want to get it out.
Yeah, well, it's the extension of a history, and I'm pretty sure there's more stories that have to be told.
Yes, there is.
What message would you have for the audience? What would you like them to know about the past?
I'd like them to know that what happened and that this shouldn't happen again, and that it is happening again, and we should be aware of it, and we should do the best we can to stop it.
Build a better future.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sara. I'm here with producer Stephen Orritt. Congratulations on your amazing film project.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You created not only film, but also a history, an extension of a history. What triggered you to go in this direction?
Well, the USC Shoah Foundation took Sarah's testimony a few years ago. The United States Holocaust Museum also has a testimony that she and her husband Asa gave. And I watched both of those testimonies, and they were incredibly consistent. The facts that Sara spoke of to me, this dynamic between she and her 2 employers, the husband and the wife, is really what I chose to focus on and what to me distinguished the film. It really is, Sarah's cunning and her ability to continually make the right choice and play both of these relationships to her advantage in order to survive. So.
Is there any family background with a lot of story?
No, fortunately, most of my family got out before the war. My mother's family is from Poland. They all left before the early 20s. So no, I don't have any personal experience, any of my ancestors that I know of that personally died in the Holocaust or were in any of the concentration camps.
So I spoke to the producer Mick Shapiro before, and he told me that you guys were such an amazing collaboration. This is your first film. It was her first role, and you just made a magic happen, right?
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, it's my first narrative film. I've done 2 documentary features before. I've wanted to do a narrative for a while, and when Sarah's testimony was sent to me, and as I mentioned, when I saw that her story, I thought that it would serve for a fresh perspective on the Holocaust. And I was incredibly lucky. I was surrounded by some of the most talented people in the Polish film industry, both behind the camera and in front of the camera. Zuzanna, as you mentioned, had never acted before, but what her everyday life and kind of how she carries herself throughout the world, to me was reminiscent of who Sara was. And so I really tried not to disrupt much of that. I brought Zuzanna into an incredibly realistic environment and surrounded her with exceptional talent, actors, and then just kind of tried to step back and let the magic happen, as you said.
Watching this film tonight, you really get perception that you guys had years of experience. So you collaborate with a Polish crew and you travel to Poland. How was your experience to work with Polish people?
Incredible. I have nothing but wonderful memories of that time. I did 30 trips to Poland in 4 years. And as I mentioned, we were partnered with a production company in Warsaw called Watch Out Studio, and our producer, Justyna Paulek, all very accomplished people in the Polish film industry. I was the least accomplished on the set, and really just tried to lean on everybody else's talent to bring the film to life. I met some great friends. I'm still in touch with them, and I really hope to be able to go back to Poland and make another film there.
How was the Polish food?
Heavy. My cholesterol skyrocketed during the year that I was.
Some gołąbki and bigos and all the best.
It's
right?
delicious. It's delicious, but it's hard. It was hard for me to eat heavy Polish lunch and then go and be back on the set for 7 hours after that. So I tried to keep it light when we were working, but no, I love Polish food.
So, last question. Every filmmaker has a purpose. There's a vision, there's a purpose that you're trying to project to the audience. What is your purpose and what is your message?
Oh, wow. That's a hard one for me to answer. My purpose, I tried to tell stories that if I'm interested in them, or they're things that I think are provocative or should try and get some light shed on them, my hope is that an audience will feel the same way. But I don't really know about a message. I do say, though, I think my films have a common theme of identity. I'm very interested in identity and how identity informs our choices in life, and so even my documentaries deal a lot with identity. So obviously this film as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us and good luck with everything. Movie premiere. My name is Sara. I'm here with the main actress Zuzanna Surowy. How are you?
Hi, nice to be here. Thank you.
Nice to meet you as well. You did such an amazing job in this movie, such an amazing performance, and this was your first role. How did you end up, casting for a movie?
So I think I signed up for something that they were sending me emails with the auditions that were going on in my region, and all of them were totally we're looking for a high man or whatever, something like that. But one of the emails was about the audition that actually suits me. It was about a young girl, and I signed up for it, and I came to Katowice for the first audition. It was a very crazy story because at the very beginning I couldn't my lines because at that time I had my knee injury and there was a lot of going on. So I went to that interview with my lines on the paper, and the casting director, Nadia Lebik, told me that she saw something in my eyes and she really wanted me to go to other cities when I prepare and do another auditions. And I told that my mother, and she said, Susanna, it's your first audition ever. We're not going to cross the country because someone told you that they saw something in your eyes. And after all, she wanted to cheer me up and said, if they really saw something in you, they're going to call you. And they did. The week later, they called me and said, if I'm not able to go to other cities, I can record it by myself at home. So I did that, and I think that record went straight to Steven, and that's how he saw me and invited me to go to Warsaw for more auditions.
Is it a dream come true for you?
Yes, definitely.
So how was it? How difficult was it to put yourself into Sarah's DNA? Because you really have to get prepared for the role. You're playing somebody who survived, Second World War. How did you do that?
Actually, I wasn't preparing a lot. I did some acting lessons with an amazing actress, Paulina Poślednik. It wasn't specific like acting lessons how to act. It was more about developing the character, talking about Sarah's relationships with her parents, with her brother, and things like that. But on the set, I wasn't aware about the weight I'm having on me. I was so nervous about keeping up and being as professional as I could and not standing out from other professional actors and actresses that I wasn't focused on the weight I was having. And I think that was good. That was good because I wasn't thinking about, oh my God, I'm portraying someone real, and I think it turned out good.
It's a little intimidating when you have all the professionals around you, right? But I'm pretty sure they was supportive, right?
all all crew was very, very supportive. No one ever made me feel that I was less, I was not good enough. They were very, very supportive, especially Steven. He was like my second dad on a set. And Michalina, she portrayed Nadia, and she was so supportive. We were talking all day long, every day, on a set, after the set. Sometimes she even came early on a set just to be with me on a harder scenes, or left, like she stayed longer on the set just to be with me, to have that support for me, and that was amazing. Without her and without Steven, basically without whole crew that were very, very supportive and very, very helpful all the time, it wouldn't be how it is.
Which one was the hardest scene for you to digest?
There were two scenes like that, and the first one is with Mother, because when Sara says goodbye to her, because it was emotionally very hard. My mom was on the set, everyone was crying, and it was very hard for me to think about Sara actually like saying goodbye to her family and having that thought that they're going to be killed like in a couple of hours. And the other hard scene was the scene in the river, because the water was freezing and I was shaking. You can see in the movie that I cannot take my breath, like my breath was taken away, and it wasn't acting. It was that cold, it was that freezing that I couldn't take my breath.
Yeah, I remember that scene. Now, what about the execution scene? That was pretty powerful, and I think it triggered a lot of memories and a lot of the audience as well.
Yes, it was. It was very hard for whole crew, because we shot that on one day. There was 4 cameras, I guess. A lot of people, a lot of extras, a lot of animals to make everything work together. And I don't remember a lot from that day, because on top of everything that we had to go through, I got hit by one of the Germans in the nose by his gun, and I broke my nose that time. So it was a crazy day, and at the end of it, I got hit and broke my nose. So.
Those are the malfunctions on the set, right? I know. Well, that's pretty amazing. I wish you all the best in your career. I'm really excited that this is your really dream come true, because you did an amazing job. And I don't know if you've seen, but the audience was really speechless. And this is how you know it's a good film. And you're going to go back to Poland, right?
Yes, because I live in Poland, I live in South Poland, but right now I study in North Poland, totally different direction.
Mm-hmm. And you're coming back to Hollywood.
Hopefully.
Hope see you soon. Well, thank you so much for the interview, and we see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. Movie premiere. My name is Sara, and I'm here with impresario, Hollywood producer Bogdan Shrilos. How did you like the movie?
It was great. It was wonderful. Particularly, it was shot in Poland, so I haven't been in my country like 30 years. It was nice to see the old Polish views.
You think story has been told?
Yeah, it was the story of the war. Everybody has a story from the war. So actually because of the personality, she and the connection now with her son is a big guy in this business here. So she got this movie done, and it was a beautiful movie, well done, a big budget, very good actors, a very good crew, very nice picture.
Very good producer, Steven Aretz. And there was collaboration, U.S. with Poland, Warsaw filmmakers, directors, and editors. What do you think about that?
They did a good job, and they needed this money. It was a big budget, so they did a very nice story. This movie is good to go to the festivals. I'm sure they will win a lot of awards. Everything is happy here. I think we are in the beautiful Tolerance Museum, and we have wonderful reception, wine, and Jewish food, kosher food. So it can be better.
All right, well, I'm not going to disturb you. You go ahead and enjoy yourself.